So this was a video I was planning on doing, but I did not plan on having a living example for that video at the time. I had been planning on doing a video of swim bladder versus nitrate poisoning. I see a lot of times on the groups that I manage that people will post videos of their fish that swim at the top or swim at the bottom, but the difference is early on in the stage they can right themselves and they will swim normally, and then they will go back to swimming at the top or the bottom, and they don't want to eat, they breathe hard, they gasp. That's nitrate poisoning. Swim bladder is different. Swim bladder is something that can be progressive, or in the case of my red metallic here, it can be brought on by something. She's still, as you can see, she's still healthy, her fins are upright, she still looks really good. Nitrate poisoning fish don't look good. Clamped fins, and they don't want to eat. She would still eat if I put food in front of her. The problem is she just can't get to it. And the big difference is a swim bladder fish can't right itself no matter what it does. My one baby that I show, she tilts butt up if she stops swimming. She can force swim straight, but when she stops, she starts tilting butt up. My red female here, she'll try and swim, and then as you can see, she just swims up. And what happened is they were spawning the other day, and I had actually planned on making a video on what to happen when your fish is having overly aggressive breeding behavior, because she was getting chased. I have several very aggressive males in this one, and so I had put her in a basket that I have, and I had made a little clip that I was going to share on basketing your females to kind of protect them from aggressive breeding behavior. But the problem was I had to go to work for 13 hours, and I didn't want to leave her in the basket for that long. So I was afraid that, you know, she might try and swim through, get stuck, do damage. So I just hoped that things would be okay, and I went to work and they weren't. I came home and she was swimming like this. So she's obviously been damaged and hurt. She swims this way constantly up. So her swim bladder in some way was malfunctioned by the breeding behavior. And it's this part of the swim bladder up here is now, I think, pushed over to this side. This side is exposed to the air, and she can't swim down. So a swim bladder fish, they just can't right themselves. I'll insert that clip of her in the breeding basket. So, you know, it's really a sad week. I'm not gonna lie. I lost my other favorite goldfish, and this is actually one of my other favorite ones, and I really don't want to lose her. But I've always maintained that once they're floating at the top like this, it's not really reversible. The one other butterfly that I had like this that was stuck at the top, he opened sores up here because the air will open sores where it's touching. I might try needle aspiration on her, but with my other one, all that did was then turn him from top sitting to bottom sitting. It did just deflate his swimming bladder, and then he was just stuck at the bottom. You know, he did live for a while longer, but at this point I'm really not positive, because I really wasn't prepared to deal with this fish. I've had, you know, for a couple years from the koi show, and the colorings doesn't do her justice on the kind of sprayed gold color she is on top of her red. So no, peas are not going to fix this. And a couple days time has not fixed it. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but this is what true swim bladder looks like. And it's one of the risks, along with the death of, I guess, breeding goldfish. And you know, there's really not a way to prevent breeding goldfish. I mean, you can try and keep your temps warm all the time, separate your boys from girls, but then you have risks of girls becoming egg bound, and where I am in Wisconsin, it's just not financially feasible to heat every single one of my tanks winter and summer high enough. And I mean, even in the summer they were still spawning when the temps were high, so it's not really something preventable. It's a risk of goldfish, and it's just really shitty to me that it's happened. You know, I'm potentially losing two of my favorite fish in 1 week. So